Hey, Owen, so you had a question here about number 21, and it should be in slope-intercept form, and the slope is going to be linear. I think the part that is getting you is that you assume you are starting in Seattle, and that is not necessarily the case. So let me get these written over here real quick, and then I'll bring this over. So at 2 hours, we're 105 miles. Oops, let me get this. There we go. And then at 6 hours, we are 225 miles. So that's the information we have, and we're supposed to use, okay, M and H, dumb. Okay, so we got hours and miles, hours and miles. And so what that means is we should end up with, it looks like hours are our input and miles are our output. So we should have an equation in, I really hate that they're using miles here because that's the same thing as slope. So I'm going to say miles for a second equals, that's our y, equals m, our slope, x, which in this case is hours, plus some y-intercept. So let's find our slope first. So we'll go change in y. So that's 225 minus 105 over our change in x, which is our time. So 6 minus 2. 225 minus 105 would leave me 120 over 4. And so then that gives me 30 miles per hour would be our speed. So that's going to be our rate. But what we don't know yet is where we started from. So we do know that we were 105 miles, and I could use either of these points. I'm just using one of the smaller numbers. We do know that we were 105 miles into our trip at the 2 hour mark. So our slope, our rate is 30 miles per hour, and that was 2 hours into the trip. And what that does is lets me find where I started. And so 105, that would be 60 plus b, and then scooting that 60 over, we'll go minus minus, and that leaves me 45 equals b. And so what this means, this in our final, let me write this, miles would equal slope, which was 30 times h, our hours, plus 45. What this means is we started 45 miles outside of Seattle. So I think that's where you're getting hung up in your thinking on why isn't that working right. And it's because it didn't start where you think. So hopefully that cleared it up for you.